Hello everyone, I am Yogesh Mitkal and today's date is 4 October 2021 and our today's video topic is JPA or Spring Data JPA. First of all, the Spring Data JPA it is a method to implement the JPA repository to add the data access layer in an application easily. The CRUD stands for create, retrieve, update, and delete, which will the operations performed by the database. In this article, we will see an example of how to access the data from database to in a Spring Boot application using a Spring Data JPA. So, a database is a collection of interrelated data which helps in efficient retrieval. So, insertion and deletion of a data from the database and organization that the data is form of the table, views, schemas, reports, etc. So for any applications, database is one of the most important modules and there needs to be way to communicate with it. Therefore, the following steps are followed in order to access the database using the Spring Data JPA. So, in that, go to the Spring Initializer and create a new project with the following dependencies like the Spring Web, Spring Data JPA, MySQL driver. Download the starter project and import it in a IDE. After the project since we will create a model class company with the annotation at entity. So entity it is the annotation to create the table at that the class, which means the class is mapped to the table in the database. Add the data members with the data type the same as the column in the database and generate the constructor and getters. Add the annotation at ID the data member which is have the primary key attribute in the table. So add in order to auto increment the primary key attribute, the following is the implementation of this the class. So this is so altogether we create a class. That class is a POJO class. Now create an interface repository, company repository with the annotation at the repository, which will implement the CRUD repository. The functions to perform the CRUD operation will be defined in the interface as shown below. So this is an interface which extends the some CRUD repository or a JPA repository. Note, so the functions want to be implemented as they are already implemented in the CRUD repository. The 5 point is now we will create a REST API get post put delete as shown in below. So this is our in the API. Now the open the application properties file and the following code. Please the database name with the database containing the table company, user with username of MySQL, password with password of the MySQL, and with the and the 7 is the completes the process of the establishing a connection with the database. Now we will build and run the project and call the different APIs. Note the postman is usually preferred to test call APIs, hence we have used the postman tool to test the project. So the output will be the checking on the MySQL. So in that the attend the reminder, don't stop learning now. Keyword of the important Java foundations and the collection concepts with the fundamental of Java, and there are the collections course. So these are the all the informations which are present in that the GPA. So basically it is a GPA. It is a internally implementation of the Hibernate and it is the advance of the Hibernate. So by using the GPA we are accessing, deleting, insertion and all this the data easily accessible by using the MySQL, and also we create the table easily in the SQL by using the JPA tools. So the JPA, in that the JPA first of all the one is the class and this class notation is entity. So entity is annotation by using the we create the table of that the class. So that class has a POJO class. It means that it has the constructor, getter, setter method and the two string methods which are present in that the Pojo class. The Pojo class basically in that the Pojo there are some uh, constructor by using the default constructor or parameter constructor which are used in the Pojo class. So that's all in the GPA. So okay.